And I took myself off to see the wisest man I know, who's my uncle. Great man, he's been through everything. And he walked me up to the top of the cliff at the back of his house where he lives in Dorset, and overlooking the English Channel, he gave me this extraordinary advice that I had never heard before. And it's a line from Samuel Beckett. He said, "Ever tried, ever failed? No matter. Try again, fail better." And I'd never heard it before. But I suddenly saw that that was the wisdom in each and every one of these entrepreneurial stories. All the entrepreneurs in this book, they have tried and they failed and picked themselves up and done it all again. They've taken Kipling's advice to look at triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same today. So each of these entrepreneurs understands and proves through the story of their own life that it's not enough to have the audacity of hope. You need the tenacity of hope too. And that's the political lesson that I draw from the book for the economic debates of today. Because look around the world, look around the debate, the truth is that capitalism is not in good odor. Growth is flat on its back. People like Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary in the US, says that we're now mired in this age of secular stagnation. Robert Gordon's just written this whopping great book called The Rise and Fall of American Growth that's got the cheery message that, well, our best days are behind us. Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, the world's biggest asset manager, says that the big global businesses that now dominate the commanding heights of the global economy, they're not investing in the economies and the industries and the jobs of the future. So, of course, voters are angry. And they're looking for radical solutions from Donald Trump to Brexit. But the lesson of history is this: entrepreneurs are the answer. We could turn our back on the world. We could try and turn back the clock. We could try and stop the world and get off, but actually it's not going to work. We need the kind of animal spirits that I talk about in this book to drive the entrepreneurial surge that is going to unlock the industries of the future, whether that is in big data or driverless cars or genetic engineering or the Internet of Things. You know, you name it. We need the entrepreneurial spirits of this country to turn ideas into new industries and new industries into new jobs. And the truth is that in this country, we've got a hell of a lot going for us. We have 2 million more businesses than we had at the turn of the century. 40% of Europe's unicorns, those start-up billion-dollar businesses, they're based here in the UK. At the next election, there will be more self-employed people in this country than public service workers. But here is the inconvenient truth. We are doing nowhere near enough. We have 1 million people have left entrepreneurial activity in the last 3 years alone. We are 48th out of 60 in the global enterprise league table. Of the top 300 companies created in the last 30 years, only a few of them are British. Look at the top 100 websites, only a couple of them are British, and actually they're kind of American, google.co.uk and amazon.co.uk. And that is why we need this big debate about how we create the next generation of world beaters. And you know, for my money, there are no better two people to comment on this than Sherry and Martin. But I think we need this debate about how we spread enterprise to every school and every college. We need this debate about how we get government buying more from scale-up businesses that create the lion's share of new jobs. We need a finance system that works better. We need to raise the investment we make as a country in science and research and development. We need to get all of these things right, because what 600 years of business history teaches you is basically this: entrepreneurs create history by inventing the future. But if each of us wants a better future in this country, then we need our entrepreneurs not just to fail better, but to succeed. And that is the lesson that Dragons teaches us. I'll stop there. Thanks very much.